We are live. See me. Who can hear?
And are you going to the room now?
Anyone see me? Anyone hear me? Awesome. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Indicate that you can see me in the comments. So welcome to, I usually say, in the Nigerian palace and in the African palace, that bottom pot na in the sweet pass. So today we are going to be enjoying the bottom pot, right? And I want you to know that if you're here alone, you are so wrong. You need to invite everyone to come and enjoy the same bottom pot that you will be enjoying. Today I don't have any business telling you lots of things because yours truly will be concluding with the last session. So I need to also go backstage and take my notes as usual and then come in for the last session. So we'll be bringing in our moderator. Our moderator for today is a triber, is a parent in the tribe, an awesome one. So while she is moderating, she'll also tell us a bit of our journey in the tribe, right? So I'm not going to take our time so the moderator can take up the stage. She'll be the one handling everything today. So thank you everybody who joins the stream. Make sure you invite others to be part of the conversations that we'll be having today. The first speaker will be talking about the well-being of parents, and everyone of us wants to see our well-being and its impact to our children's development. Welcome everybody again, and thank you for joining. live. Princess Oluchi, thank you for joining. You're the first to join us today. Can you hear me, Jane?
Yes, I can hear you, ma. Loud and clear.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, ma. Yes, ma, I can hear you.
Welcome to the Proactive Parents Conference 2024. As you take up the stage as the monitor of the last day. Who is here with me? Please celebrate her for me. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much, ma. Please, before you leave this page, I would like to know if I'm being heard.
I can't see you yet. Okay. Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. You got disconnected. You got disconnected. Please join us back. If you can hear us, join us back. Join us back and take the stage while we continue. So that's 2024. It's been an awesome ride in the past 5 days. Today is the 6th day, and it's been so awesome. Like the insights, the learning. We've been learning from the wealth of knowledge of a lot of people. 15 people gone already, 15 speakers speaking across the world. And it's been a journey. So if not been part of the conversations, the replays are in the channel and you can go back and start again. Jane, can you hear me? Can you hear me? We're bringing.
Can you hear me, ma?
Amazing.
Okay.
Loud and clear. Thank you for joining.
Thank you so much, ma.
Off the stage. Take it off from here.
I can hear you, but your network is bad.
Please take up the stage and continue.
Okay. Thank you, ma. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you, ma. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching me from. I'm Chukwudi Jane, and I'll be your moderator for today's sessions. Can I be heard, ma? Can I be heard?
Go ahead with
Okay. I welcome you back to today's conference in the name of God. I hope you are excited to be here today because I am. So it is now day 6 and the last day of the conference, just like the coach said earlier. And I hope you've been fully inspired. I hope you are fully charged. And I also hope you are fully challenged by the insights and discussions so far, because I am. It has been an amazing journey. For the past 5 days, I've been in sober reflection. In fact, I'm holding a personal retreat for myself. Thank you so much for joining today. As we near the end of our conference together, please let us all reflect in all honesty on the progress we've made so far. And I want us to appreciate ourselves for taking this bold step of seeking this knowledge. I also want you to appreciate our speakers, whom God has used to bless us abundantly. I especially thank the convener of this conference, Coach Vivian. Thank you so, so, so much. You deserve a garden for what you are doing for parents and also for what you are doing for humanity at large. Thank you so much and God bless you. So today I'm excited to announce the first speaker of our conference today. He's a friend of the community. I am going to read his bio so we can get to know and understand who will be speaking to us today. This is no other person than the daddy yo that the tribals will know, Coach Ade Jones. So I'll be reading his bio before I can speak a little about him. Coach Ade Jones is a full-time house husband and a stay-at-home dad, a parenting coach with a niche in behavioral management, a certified cognitive behavioral therapist, a practitioner of neuro-linguistic programming, a TEDx speaker, writer, and author of 13 books. Popular among these books are The Full-Time House Husband, Contemporary Parenting, Frustration-Free Parenting, and others. What a profile, right? I have about 4 books of Coach Ade Jones that we've read in the tribers. I'm not going to talk about the tribe much now, so that I don't steal our coach's time today. So we are excited to have you return to our academy to speak to us, because you've spoken to us severally 2 years ago in our conference, courses in the academy, challenges in the academy. I think this will be the fifth time you are, since I joined the tribe. This should be the 5th time that I'm hearing you speak to us or having you in our academy. You know you have a unique way of making complex topics entertaining with your sense of humor. Even while reading your posts on Facebook, I know how I relate to it deep down, because you make it so simple. So we cannot wait to see what you have for us in store today. So my dearest people, let us make the most of our time together today and grab all the valuable insight that he will bring into us today. Please remember to drop your questions in the comment section, put down your love, fire, clap emojis, and also let us know how the topic of discussion resonates with you. I don't know if Coach Ade is around, but I don't know. Can I be heard? Hi again. Can I still be heard? Can I still be heard? Please, I'm so sorry our speaker is running a bit late. He will join us very soon. So while we wait for our speaker to join us, like I said when I started this moderation, I'm a member of the Build Your Home Tribe community. This is just an umbrella under the Build Your under the parenting, the Proactive Parenting Academy, headed by Coach Vivian Annie. So I'm here today to to share my story with you. It has not been an easy journey. If you don't know what you are doing in parenting, you will struggle. As coach always say, we need skills. We need skills. Those things that you want your children to be or your children to become, you will have to be or become first. And when I joined the Build Your Home Tribe, I remember telling coach that I don't know why my daughter cries so much. My daughter is so sensitive. My daughter is so emotional. I just want to fix her. I don't like that. I don't like how every minute she's crying. Every minute she's always in a bad mood. So coach now told me there's a part of the Parents Academy where where we have accountability that I should join. And after that challenge that year, after no yelling challenge that year, I joined. And when I joined, few weeks into joining, I realized that my daughter was not actually the problem. I realized that I didn't know emotional regulation. I didn't know self-regulation. And that was why I could not help my own child. That was why I could not help my own child. So we started the journey from there. And from there, from the courses, from the webinars, from the challenges and the books that we were reading, I got to realize that, oh, you need emotional connection for this. So if you are not connected to your children or to your husband, you wouldn't know how to handle some things in the home, especially the particular struggle that I was having, which was yelling, dysregulation. Every little thing annoys you. Every little thing, even when your child comes to ask you questions, you're annoyed. So we kicked it off from there, and just learning and nurturing emotional connection in my home solved some of the issues, because you get to become a very conscious parent. If you are connected to your child or to your spouse, you would know what they are passing through at a particular time. You will identify their emotions at that time. You will understand that every day is not a good day. Every day also is not a bad day. So you get to understand more of your family, the emotions of the members of your family. So we started strengthening our bonds. We started building self-esteem, because when you yell at your child, you know what to do. We've heard our speakers for the past few days, what yelling can do, how it can deplete children's self-esteem. Even you as an adult in your husband's house, you know when your husband shouts at you, how you do not like that. And the other another time you wouldn't even want to settle the issue. Instead, you will just get dysregulated and you know avoid the matter. So the Build Your Home Tribe has really opened my eyes to a lot of things, not just emotional regulation, not just building connection or strengthening the bonds, but even building confidence in my own self. Even I can't even believe 2 years ago, I won't believe I'll be doing this kind of job on a live stream. I won't even dare believe I will do that. But as you are learning to build confidence in your children, we are also building confidence in yourself. So parenting is about you. Parenting is about you. If you get it right, your children will get it right. Like this topic, Coach Adejones is going to discuss with us today, the well-being of is very important. If you are not sane as a parent, if you are not sane as a parent, trust me, you'll be damaging your own children, because you are also raising insane children. I know what I see in children in my neighborhood. I know what I see. I know what I hear and see every day. So Build Your Home Tribe has benefited me a lot. I can't even begin to count the benefits one by one because there are so many. I've dragged my sister. More, my friends are here. My friends, anytime there are courses or challenges or conference, I make sure I remind them one by one by one by one. Whichever mind block that is discouraging you from seeking knowledge, please deal with it. Like aggressively deal with it. Mind block can make you think that seeking knowledge is for some set of people. No, it's not like that. It's not like that. Even people that know. Just the last speaker yesterday talks about people going to school to get trained to become doctors. The same way people go to school to get trained to become lawyers. That is how parents also should get trained to be good parents. Parents who will be there for their children, who will have quality connection with their children. You see, so it's not an easy journey, but it's a step-by-step journey. You take it one step at a time. I've taken it when I joined. I was running helter skelter. When I joined the church, I was running helter skelter. Every day I will call coach. I will call coach. Hey, I'm scared though. I'm this. So what am I going to do? Oh, this or that. So and coach will say it's step by step. And it's not even okay for you to parent with fear. With time, you are going to acquire all these skills. You see, tribe is a home to me. Build Your Home Tribe is a home to me. Every parent of young children or prospective parents or caregivers should be there. Should be there. There's no way you are going to talk about growth if you are not learning. And if you are learning, if you have made up your mind to come and learn, please be serious. Be intentional about that. Be intentional about that. Whatever you need to do to be accountable to yourself and to your children, please do it. Please do it. I really thank God that Coach Vivian is I don't know how to describe her personality, but you don't understand until you have a coach who you cannot access to. Then you understand what I'm trying to say. Coach is somebody you can reach coach at any time. Like I've not seen a coach who doubles as a life coach and a friend. That is who coach is. Anytime, any second, you can reach coach. Even when things have not been discussed in the tribe, and maybe I feel like I don't know this thing very well. Let me reach out to coach. I can decide to call coach, and she will take my calls and make it clear for me. I can also ask in the tribe, and it will and she will answer me and make it clear to me as well. So when you see your children, if you are intentional about what you are doing and proactive, when you see your children, you will see the difference between your children, the children of parents who are intentional and parents who are not intentional. So please, whatever you need to do for your children to do well, and for also, hey, Daddy, yo, you're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
So happy to have you back. Thank you so much. I was just telling them that you are a friend of our academy, and this is the fifth time, if not more, because I'm counting from when I joined. This is the fifth time I'm hearing you be coming to Academy. So thank you so much for honoring our invitation. I'm so glad. We are so happy. Thank you so much. I don't want to take much of your time again. Please, the floor is yours. We've read your bio, and they know who. Just use your sense of humor and teacher. They know the way you make things simple. Please do it for us today. Thank you so much. God bless you. Please, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It's an honor for
It's
me
an
to be
honor
here
for me to
again.
be here again.
Just like Jen
Just like
said,
Jen said, in this by
I've been part of this
I've been
conversation
part
a
of this
couple of
conversation a
times,
couple of times,
and
and
while I find it an honor to share, I've equally been blessed by the lineup of speakers year in, year out. I've equally been blessed this year. The conversation started this week all through phenomenal speakers that have blessed, our soul. And I think for me, I don't take this for granted. Coach Viv is one person I respect so much and I learn from. So for the first time, I'm honoring this invitation coming when it's already time. So what I would like us to do here is, you see that time I'm not here, like people used to discuss, people will pay me for it too, right? So Coach Vivian, Jane, and all the people that were contributing, You people need to bless my soul for my time that you people have used. So thank you for stepping in. I'll be sharing on the parental well-being, how it impacts child development and the family. For me, this is not just a timely conversation. This is an instructive conversation we need to have in a time like this. On my journey, I've seen how the unfairness of the parents' experience impacts children in dimensions no child has ever envisioned. I think it's unfair, but that's how life is. Life in itself is not fair, right? Um, that because of someone else's choices, life experiences, it can truncate the trajectory of your life. Someone can have a good intention for you, yet that intention can mess your life to the degree you might not be able to recover from it. That is what the parent well-being can do. When parents are not intentional about their well-being, children can hardly recover from the impact. When parents don't take their emotional, mental, social, spiritual, and financial well-being serious, it leaves wounds that children hardly come over from, except with real interventions, a restorative community, and a journey of being intentional to heal and then get better. What do we mean when we say the parental well-being? Parental well-being has to do with a parent's relationship with other aspects of the parent's life that are necessary for coherent and congruent. So it means the parent's relationship with their emotional lives, the parent's relationship with their financial life, the parent's relationship with their physical life, the parent's relationship with their social life, the parent's relationship with their mental health. It's when we bring this relationship into coherence, that's when we can now talk about, oh, there's the parents, the parental well-being. Let me start this way. How are you doing as a parent? How are you doing as a parent? Because how you're doing as a parent impacts your child directly because of the dyadic nature between the parent-child relationship. The child is designed to get emotional, mental, physical, spiritual nutrient from the parent. It means that if the nutrients the parent is emitting or exhibiting is sabotaging or is not healthy, it will impact the child's well-being emotionally, mentally, socially, spiritually, and physiologically. So it means that your child is at the mercy of your well-being. There are three cultural perspectives, I hear daily in my line of work. So the first thing, one of the cultural perspectives I hear parents say, they will say, "Oh, I can, I wouldn't mind killing myself for my children. I will spend my last for my children." While that sounds culturally cool, no, please don't die for your children. Please be alive. Your children need to be alive, right? Your children need to be emotionally, mentally, socially, spiritually, and financially stable for them. Your children need you to be in the right frame of mind, right? Let me share personal experience. While growing up, I had issues with relationship, right? I had issues with inviting people over to my house because I felt ashamed of the realities, the financial state of my parents. I felt, oh no, my house, the experience my parents were going through isn't one I want to bring my parents in, right? I equally struggled emotionally. Emotionally, in the sense that I had parents who had their own issues they didn't deal with, and then it rubbed on me. In my line of work, I meet children like that who are struggling, with one form of behavioral and social issues, largely because their parents too haven't taken time to make sense with their well-being. There are four aspects of the well-being I want to highlight today. Before I pause for us to ask questions, and then we guide ourselves and offer clarity. The first is emotional well-being. Emotional well-being. How are you feeling emotionally? Have you gotten a grip on your emotional journey? Are you normalizing your irritability? So when I mean irritability, you find parents where little thing they are yelling and shouting on their children, little thing, I mean, they're spanking, their children can't feel free around them, their children can express authenticity around them, and neither can their children, express their sense of autonomy. At that level, they want to control the children. At that level, they want to dictate and micromanage what the children do. The implication is these children lack the skill to regulate their emotions. No child is born with the skill to regulate their emotions. A child learns to regulate his emotions by looking at the parent, how the parent manages his or her emotion. So it means that if you have a repulsive way of handling your emotions, if little thing gets you irritable, if little thing you're yelling, you're hitting, what you're telling the child is it's okay. This is how you handle your emotions. What the child is learning that, oh, when people don't meet my expectations, I need to be explosive. I need to show them how I am not happy. Oh, what you're modeling to your children is it's okay to be emotionally abusive. It's okay to be physically abusive. Why? Because over and over again, that's what you model to your child. And the reason is because you don't have a grasp on how you handle your emotions. As a parent, you do not have the emotional wherewithal or the skill to equally handle your emotions. So, as a parent, if your emotional well being is not in check, like I said, it will impact your child in dimensions, your child in envision. Your child will struggle most of their lives because they can't handle their emotions, because they don't know how to process their emotions, and then because they don't have the appropriate way to express their emotions in an empathic and then respectful manner. The second frame of well-being is the mental well-being. I mean, we live in a time where life is happening, right? Um, it can be overwhelming being a parent. It can be overwhelming being a wife that has a career that is navigating so much. It can be overwhelming. However, when you do not have a handle on them, when you've not learned how to handle your stress, when you've not learned how to integrate all these activities so that you can be in the right frame of mind, unconsciously, you'll be emitting this sabotaging energy to your children. And when you sabotage this and when you send this energy to your children, a child now this is how a child interprets how you treat him or her. This child will not know that you are stressed. This child will not even understand that you are going through so much. What this child will interpret it will mean, oh, something is wrong with me. That's why mom is treating me like this, or dad is treating me like this. Oh, I'm the reason why mom is going through this. So let me share this personal experience I had with one of my clients. So this boy is struggling with substance abuse, and the parents have done everything possible to help him, but nothing is working. So in one of my conversation with him, we started assessing his concerns, where this concern is coming from, and then he started saying he knows that he's the reason why his mom is struggling. He knows the reason why his mom is not, happy with her life. And then I asked him, how does that make you feel? He said, no, man, he's feeling guilty. He's feeling, ashamed that he's the one responsible for the mom's, emotional struggle, emotional and mental health struggle. And then I asked him, so how do you deal with that feeling of shame and guilt? And this is what he said. He said, it's the substance I take that makes me forget how I feel. So for him, he got into this substance to make him forget that he's making the mom feel a certain way. The average child will always want to help the parent navigate his or her issues. So as parents, we need to take responsibility for how we feel mentally. Let us find a way to distress. Let us get help, so that we can process what we are going through. Let's surround ourselves a community that is open to hear us, to guide us, and then to offer that shoulder where we can unburden. Our mental health is critical for our children's development, and then equally the family's growth. If you are sick as a parent, either emotionally, physically, listen, the family too is sick. If you're sick, your marriage is sick. If you're sick, I mean, your relationship with your children will be sick. If you're sick, your spiritual life can be sick. So it's imperative that as parents we take care of our mental health very, very serious. The third form of well-being is our relationship with our spouse. This is key. For our children, their model of love is mirrored by how we relate with our spouse. I mean, children, they have parents that love themselves. More importantly, children are designed to learn about love, how their parents relate with themselves. However, if children are raised in a family where the spouse are having issues with themselves, it impacts these children in different ways. I remember one time, I was volunteering in a school, and in the class I was volunteering. Well, the reason why I started volunteering was because the school robbers attacked the school, did some shooting, and then in the process they killed one of the teachers. So I volunteered to take that class that one of the teachers was killed. So in one of our sessions with the children, I noticed that one of the child was struggling. The child will not write, the child will not participate. And then in one of those times, I asked him, what's happening? You're not writing, you're not paying attention. And he just busted into crying. He said, my father beat my mother. My father is always beating my mother. This is a child for you. He didn't know how to help the mother. He didn't know how to make sense of what's happening. However, what is happening in at home became a stumbling block to the child's participation in school. That's the implication. If we do not work on our marriage, it will affect our children in different ways. I remember while growing up, I didn't like coming home because of the issues my dad and mom were having. I remember one time when I was in higher institution, my younger sister called me that she wants to leave the house. I mean, leave the house and go to where? She said she doesn't know, but she's just tired. She wants to leave the house. What is the problem? She said she's tired of the issues, the fights, the quarrel between mom and dad. Every child desires to be in a place where it's emotionally and socially sane. No one wants to be in an environment where there's toxicity, there's constant fighting, there's constant quarreling. It impedes this child's sense of safety. For a child, love is safety. A child wants to feel safe around you. When a child feels safe around you, a child can express autonomy and authenticity. If a child is not feeling safe around you, then it means the well-being of the child can be sabotaged. So one of the responsibilities we have to do, or the gift we owe our children, is to work our marriages. Listen, I know that some of us have peculiarities in our marriages. I know that. But it is our responsibility to make it work for our children, not for our marriage. Right? Listen, life can happen. A marriage will not work. However, the parenting relationship can work. The marriage might not work, but the parenting relationship can work. It means even if the marriage is not working, as parents, we need to be in the life of this child. As parents, we need to model that we are still here for him. We are still here for the child. Instead of use the child as a way of getting at each other. In doing that, we mess the life of the child. In doing that, we make it difficult for the child to trust and believe that the marital system is one that is laced with love, accountability, trust, growth, and faithfulness. The last aspect that I feel is very important as parents we pay attention to is your financial health as a parent. Parenting has to do a whole lot with provision. Parenting has to do with a whole lot with provision. I didn't say with money, I said with provision. However, how is our relationship with our vehicle of provision? When we do not have a healthy relationship with our vehicle of provision, then we send certain signals to our children that can be sabotaging. How are you making sense with your relationship with money? Now, I know that we live in a time where, because we want to provide for our children, we tend to forsake or not be involved in the life of our children. Listen, I know that. And I know that sometimes we want to look for ways to validate the fact that, yes, the reason why we are not available in the life of our children is because we want to give them heaven and earth. While there's nothing wrong in trying to give your children heaven and earth, your children need to have you present in their life. Presence is cool. Present is cool. However, emotional availability is important. Your children need to see you. Your children need to, know that you care for them. Your children need to know that your priorities is not just in making money, but that while you're making money, they are still an important part of your life. You are still an important part of their life, rather. So, what are you doing in your journey of providing for them? What's the impact to them, right? How should your children associate your journey of trying to make ends meet with how you treat them? The reason why you are not available, is it because you're making money? The reason why you get back home and then you're lashing at them, is it because you're trying to make money? Now, again, making the money is not the problem. However, the journey of making the money. So I had this client that works with a multinational, very successful person. However, we all know how the modern, work can be. You work in your working place, you still bring the work back home, and then you're doing it. So he gets back home and then still, on his laptop, he's working. If the children want to ask him questions, he's lashing at them. If the children want to call on him to do the assignment, he's lashing at them. I mean, yes, physically he's at home, but all his being is focused on this work. He hardly participates in helping them with schoolwork. He's not available to connect with them. He comes back home late. He does not attend their school events. For him, he feels, well, all you need, I'm providing. While I'm here trying to work my heads off to provide for you. It's okay to provide for our children. However, our children need us to be available, to be present, to attune them, to hear them out, and then to equally play with them. Conclusively, as parents, we need to pay attention to our spiritual life. If you're a parent of faith, you need to take this serious. Listen, you cannot leave a spiritual legacy to your children if you are not modeling what it means to be the head, if you're not modeling what it means to be the father or the mother. Your children are not designed to learn about God somewhere else. Your children are designed to learn about God from you, first by how you treat them. Do you treat them like they matter? Do you treat them like they are precious vessels, that they are in your hands? Or you treat them like non-entities? How do you treat your children? Do you treat your children um, mirroring how God treats us? If you do not treat your children aright, they will have a skewed relationship with God. And I've shared this personal experience over and over again. Let me share it again for the umpteenth time. For people who might be meeting me for the first time, I was raised by a pastor. So I was the average pastor's kid. However, while growing up, besides not having a good relationship with my father, I didn't have a good relationship with God. See, I hated the idea of God. I mean, literally, I hated the idea of God. And even when I started growing up, I told myself, "You see this God? No, I can't work for God." I struggled with the idea that a loving God can take away my father away from me. Why? I mean, my father was passionate about God's work. He was ministering out there, planting churches, but he was not available in my life, in our life. He was not at home. He was out there doing God's work. And as a child growing up, I felt, wow, if it's because of God, my father was not in my life, then there's a problem. And then, as a child, interpreting and internalizing all that was playing out in my life, I resented my father and I resented God. No, God, no, 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 no. It can't be God. Even when I grew up, I still had issues with God. I mean, yes, I understand God is loving, God is this and that, but you see, this God, I didn't want to do anything with God. All right. I anything that's to do with ministry, I didn't want to do it because in my mind, I know God will take me away from family. I know God will take me away from children. I know God will take me away from my wife. I know God, God. We need to model the right perspective of God. We don't need to make God look like one that takes away, rather one that delights in relationship. God delights to be our father. God delights to be our friend. And we need to model that to our children. We need to model that, oh, God is not this person that is scary, waiting for you to make mistake so that he can just lash you out. No, God is gracious enough to pick you up even in your lowest states. Hold on. You can know this mentally. Are you modeling that? When your children struggle, are you quick to lash, cancel, punish them? Or are you quick to hold them up through the arms of grace and love? What do you do with your rod? Is your rod to break the child? Or your rod, like the book of Psalms said, thy rod and thy staff guide, protects, replenishes? I mean, is your rod just for retribution, or is your rod to guide, to direct, to replenish, to teach? What are you using your rod for? Chew on that. The parental well-being is the foundation that children grow on. If the parental well-being is not, when we don't pay attention to it, like I said, it will affect our children's emotional life, it will affect our children's social life, it will affect their cognitive life, it will affect their studies, it will affect how they see themselves. Our children will grow up with depleted esteem. They will think they are not worthy. How we treat ourselves will lay the template of how children mirror relationship, how they mirror relationship with other people, and equally how they mirror God. Beside our children, when we don't take care of ourselves, it will impact our marriage, it will impact our relationship with money, it will impact our relationship with our career and other aspects of our life. I mean, we can go over and over again. That's why I said no child deserves to grow up suffering because the parents haven't taken time to deal with where they are coming from. What do we need to do? First, take care of your emotional and mental health. Listen, um, I know life might have happened to you. Probably life is happening to you. You are not helpless, right? If you can, expose yourself to materials, expose yourself to communities. Thank God for Coach Vivian and then what she's doing. She has a phenomenal community where you can be around, to get that safe space to interact. You learn from each other, right? I mean, read books, get parenting books that guide you. Again, Coach Vivian has books you can learn from. She has coaching services you can learn from if you need guidance, if you need someone to hold you through this journey so that you can learn how to be a better parent. No one was born with parenting skills. You didn't fall from heaven with the appropriate skills to communicate, with appropriate skills to regulate your emotions, with appropriate skills to deal with your trauma. No, I mean, maybe you are from Jupiter and then you have all these skills. We that were from Earth, we didn't have these skills, right? Some of us came from backgrounds that were troubling. Some of us grew up with different variations of trauma. Work on yourself, heal, find help. There are materials you can, expose yourself to. You have Google, you have YouTube. You cannot afford to be comfortable with your struggles because for every struggle you emit repetitively, it's either your child will blame him or herself for it, or your child will feel the reason why you're relating with them this way is because something is wrong with them, or other aspects will suffer. Like I said, your relationship with your children, your marriage, your health, your career, your finances, I mean, your sexual life. I can go on and on. You deserve bliss in your life. Your children deserve parents that are emotionally healthy. Children deserve parents that you know they're in the right frame of mind. Will it be easy? No. Is it possible? Yes, we can. And then that's why we're having these conversations. Um, I'll stop here so that I can take questions and clarity if need be. Once again, I want to thank you so much for the time, and then equally to Coach Vivian and Jane. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you so much, Coach Ade. You've done it again. I told them, oh, it's not as if I didn't say. I told them, look at this session now. Comprehensive, concise, straight to the point, layman's language. Nobody will say that there is ambiguity in this session. We are so happy and we appreciate this session. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
I
much.
wish you can see the comment section. Everybody is sounding wow, 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 wow. Everybody, I know, I'm profiling myself. I know my struggle. I said it before you came in. You see, imagine a breastfeeding mother eating sand and hoping to get enough nutrients for herself and the child. It doesn't work that way. Mothers know that they eat good food while they are breastfeeding. That is how we also need to feed ourselves with something that's sane so that we will not damage our children in the process. I have my aha moments. That nutrient part that you talked about, our children need to take nutrient from the parents. But imagine the sabotage if parents themselves are deficient. It is so
Yeah.
sad. It is so sad. This is what most of us struggle with. Thank you so much. Coach Vivian, please let's see if there are questions in the comment section for our coach to take. I know you're always here for us. While she's searching for the comments, I know you're always here for us. Like me, now,
Yeah.
I even have free access to you by the virtue of being Coach Vivian's child. So thank you so much. We do not take this for granted. Thank you.
Yeah.
Beautiful
I'm
session.
honored to be
Beautiful
here.
session. Thank you so much. Coach,
I
let's see
mean,
the
before the
comments on the
questions come
screen.
in,
Hmm.
before the comments come in, can I say something briefly?
Okay, okay, sir.
I think what I want to say here is we shouldn't demonize our deficiencies or our struggles. No one just grows up to say, oh, I want to struggle emotionally, I want to struggle mentally, I want to struggle with trauma, or I want to struggle with my finances. No one said that. No one will say, oh, that's how I want my life to be. Life happens. However, we must take responsibility not to settle or to say, oh, there's nothing I can do about it. If I'm having a headache, it's my responsibility to go and get myself assessed and then get treatment. If I'm struggling emotionally, that's fine. Life happens. Let me go and get help. If I'm struggling with my mental health, fine. It's a feedback. Let me go and get help. If I'm struggling with parenting, it's okay. That's a feedback. Let me find solution for it. If I'm struggling in my marriage, let me find solution for it. If I'm struggling my finances, let me find solution for it. If I'm struggling with my spiritual life, let me find solution for it. If I'm struggling with my physical health, let me find solution for it. So there's nothing wrong with you if you are struggling in this aspect of your life. There's nothing wrong with you if you're struggling with your well-being. It just means that you're a human being, and then there are certain aspects of your life you need to be intentional with. Get help. Help is available. I think that's what this conversation is all about from Sunday up to this moment. If there are struggles, there is help. Don't settle. Get information, get guidance so that we can be better. The parenting journey is not a destination, it's a journey, and daily we're getting better. Daily we're learning. Even as a parent, I am daily learning. I'm daily desiring to get better. And as we all desire to get better, we are not just helping our children, we are creating a generation, we are creating a community where children can grow up sanely, where children can feel seen, can feel heard, and then feel loved for who they are, where parents don't see their children through the lenses of their trauma, but through the possibilities God have, invested in children, and then through us as their parents. So this is what I want to share, in that we don't demonize our struggles, rather see it as an opportunity to work on ourselves and get better. Thank you. If you don't ask question, I'll ask myself question.
Okay, what you said now just reminded me of my own struggle. Like after listening to sessions like this, sessions like this, I will be in this sober moment. I will be like, oh my God, I've even done it. I've killed my children in short. Then after a period of time, it begins to fade off my memory and I relapse totally. But what has helped me in this current time is choosing the road of accountability. And what I mean by
Yeah.
this is joining the Build Your Home tribe, because I didn't even know myself when I joined the Coach Vivian's Build Your Home. I didn't know myself. But this current time has led to great progress of self-discovery, realizing who I am, and even I'm very vulnerable to my children. I chose to do that. My daughter is 7 and she knows when I'm getting stressed, and she'll be the one to remind me, Mommy, you are getting stressed, so before you start shouting for us, so you are getting, go and rest. Oh, I will just take the advice like my grandmother gave me the advice. So every parent should be in that program. Every parent should be. See, my home was run like a military camp. I don't smile because that was how my father, my sister is here. I don't smile because I feel like if I smile, these people are going to take me for granted. I want to show them my power. I must show them that I'm in charge of this home. So when I don't
Mm.
smile, I don't connect with them. But you see that daily bonding tools in that tribe, you are forced to, you must connect, and you get used to it with time. Thank you so much. I don't know if there are questions, so that I'll leave you to run. I don't know. Can you see the screen, sir?
Yes, I can see the screen. However,
Okay. No
no
questions.
question is showing up here. So it means
Coach,
everyone enjoyed the Rema and then there's no question.
I told you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, it's an honor.
All right. Coach Vivian, ma.
Coach Vivian have gone to drink Zobo.
Hey. Okay, we'll just wait for her for like a minute to know if she can come back, and maybe she has one
Okay.
or two things to say before we leave you to run.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Okay, before she comes in, let me, say something in regard to your contributions about when you hear programs like this, you feel down and all that. It's good to feel that way, right? And then the reason is you feel that way because you're learning. If you're not learning, you don't feel that way, right? Every growth of learning pricks your heart because every growth of learning tells you, oh, I'm seeing how I could do better. And then that's why you feel the way you feel. More importantly, how you treated your child in the past is not the problem. What is the main thing is how are you repairing all you've done in the past now, right? And children delight in repair, not what we've done to them in the past. So our responsibility is that irrespective of what we've done in the past, we can repair it, right? Our children are still waiting and trusting on us to make the repair. And then when we do the repair, then it connects the dots. So yes, in the past we've treated our children in certain way, but with awareness and understanding, we are making amends and repair. So that's what we should be doing: repairing the past and then being intentional about tomorrow.
That's right. Thank you so much, sir. I think coach is trying to come. Yeah, she's back. She's back.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Yes,
can
The
we
see
can
that.
hear
network
you.
is the network is been throwing me out and in of the session. But of course you know me now, and my boss is here, so I needed to put down things. So I was at the background putting out, you know, he's a well of knowledge, not well. So whenever I listen to him,
Bele, we understand with you.
so thank you so much, sir, for doing this. You know that I do not take this for granted. I honor you. I love you. Thank you so very much, despite your tight schedules.
Because you go to break, go to Can you hear me?
Coach Ade, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So I know I'm not expecting questions in this stream because your sessions are always deep. They cut deep inside. So it's your sessions are sessions that when you finish listening to them, you just go straight for a retreat. You just go and do a deep work, it as in a deep work of self. I am so grateful. Thank you so very much. We honor you, sir.
Thank you.
Since we can't see any question, we'll leave it to Ron. I know how tight your schedules are, and you are always available to do this for us and with us. Again and again, we will come. You know that we'll always come.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. Thank you so very much. Everybody is thanking you in the comments. I can
Thank
see
you.
people thanking you, raving you, and saying deep, deep, deep. Yes, your sessions are always deep. There are sessions
Thank
that
you.
you listen to, and you just know, you just start finding the roots. You start walking the journey. So we are grateful to have you. It's such an
Yeah.
honor. God bless you,
Thank
sir.
you. God bless you, Mom.
So Jane, can you hear me? You can take up the stage and continue while we round up. So,
Okay. Thank you everyone for joining and staying to this moment. Thank you so, so much. Thank you. I appreciate you all. So please, as I was sharing before, this conference is just a preparing ground for the work that you need to do. See, everybody wants to be more. Everyone wants to do more. Your good intentions alone is not enough. Your God forbid, it cannot happen to me and my children. It does not work that way. You need to put more effort. This conference is like a farmer in a planting season, just clearing the land, getting the seeds to be planted ready. The main work has not been done. That is why I encourage parents, prospective parents, and parents of young children to join any accountability community. There was a book we read in the tribe, I think that was last year, and the new tribe has read it this year because I can remember getting the book from my sister. How successful people think or how successful people grow. First of all, you need to start. This conference, you've started with this conference. The next thing is to find a mentor. You need a mentor. That's why our speakers keep hammering on. You need a professional help. It's only professionals that can help you. That is where there's accountability. Knowing that I do this every day, you continue doing it every day until you start seeing results and you continue to see results because learning is continuous. The third one is join a community where you see people who have the same struggle with you. That community is where the mentor who is a professional comes in. So while doing this, while you are in that group, you are working to implement a group and don't do anything. So please find an accountability community, which this academy already has, the Build Your Home Tribe. This is what is even helping me as I tell you now. So when I relapse, I get up easily because my children already know this and I already know that I cannot fail. I will have to continue. So please, enough of that. Thank you so much, Coach Vivian. Thank you so much, everyone, for staying till this moment. Please, our next session will be starting by 4:20. So please join in at that time. Please don't go anywhere. Clear your schedule. This is the last day. Coach already said it. We are going to enjoy the bottom pot. Sorry about the background noise, please. So let us come back by 4:20 to continue with the second speaker, and God will bless us all in Jesus' name. Thank you so much, and see you by 4:20.
Mommy, wait, ask them